Hello. I'm going to show you how to snell a hook the right way. So when it comes to snells, I've seen easy snell, power snell, uni snell. None of these are the right way to do it. They're all a cheap imitation. And I'll tell you why. If you look at this real snell that I did, the tag end is underneath the wraps. There's no external wrap. It's a clean barrel of wraps with a tag end underneath. So there's nothing that can unravel. There's no way a fish can shake its head and scuff up the external wrap and make this unravel. It's just not going to happen. Of course, a fish could still cut your line, but you have better odds with the real snell and you have more strength. All right. So now the question is, why would you snell a hook? Well, it's very rigid. So it doesn't swivel at all on the hook eye. When a fish bites this, the hook is positioned in a very secure, very rigid manner. And it actually, if using a circle hook, it'll actually pull it, because you see how it's positioned on top of the eye like that? It actually pulls it into their mouth. So that's why you use it with a circle hook. Now, if you're using another type of hook, for instance, an octopus hook, well, these are designed to be snelled. So you pretty much have to snell this or you lose some effectiveness. And I see lots of guys just tying a uni knot to these hooks and they still catch fish, but they're having a disadvantage. They're at a disadvantage because they're not doing this as the manufacturer of the hook intended, okay? So you wanna definitely snell these. Circle hook, it does help if you snell it too, but it's not as important as with these. To me, this is crucial, okay? So you snell a hook to get a near 100% strength knot because the line never kinks over itself. So it's almost 100% strength. And then also, like we said, it's very rigid. You get a great hook set. It doesn't swivel in the fish's mouth as much as a uni or a clinch would. And you can nail them with the hook set. You can drive this right through their jaw. When you catch a fish with a hook that's been snelled, that fish is on there. It's not going anywhere, okay? Lastly, when you're snelling a hook, you need to always inspect the eye of the hook. If that eye is roughed up, if it's got a burr on it, you may have real difficulty snelling it. So in that case, you have to tie it. These Tsunami 6/0 octopus hooks, I've been doing really well with. I have not noticed any issues. All right, so we've explained the purpose of snelling and the advantages of it. Now let's do it. I'm using 60-pound mono here. Stick this through the front of the eye of the hook. Okay, always through the front, never through the back. Get about 8 inches of line through. Make a loop. See? Just pinch the loop. All right, now that the loop is pinched, take the loop and wrap it towards the hook eye. Never towards the point. Always this way, towards the eye. Let's go. And do 9 wraps. That's a good number for 60 pound. All right, there was 9. Now pinch this tight. You don't want this flopping around, springing up on you, making a mess. Trust me, that'll happen if you're not careful. So moisten this just a little bit. Now, just pull that pretty gently. That's just so you can now have this where it won't unravel on you. Get everything straightened up. You can turn this so it all lines up really nice. So get everything straightened up. And now slide this to where you want the finished position of it to be. I like it right there. Not up against the eye fully, but pretty close. Now moisten it. All right. Take pliers. Grip it pretty firmly. Now pull it from both ends. Get it really tight. Yep. And then I pull it to get it cinched up against the eye. Trim your tag. Dry it off so we can get a good look at it. All right, I really like how this turned out. There we go. So there's nothing weird about this. There's no weird spots. There's nothing off. It looks awesome. It turned out really nice. The leader is smooth. We didn't scuff that up. Remember, we inspected the eye of this hook. So we knew it wouldn't tear up our leader. Let me just get one last good shot of this. And you see how rigid that is. It's not gonna move. And this is what I've been catching all my big snook on, is these snelled octopus hooks. It's just been working. So now you know the real way to snell a hook. Not a cheap trick. This is the real way. This is how a commercial fisherman would snell a hook. It's the right way to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you on the next one.